Asylum seeker or refugee status. Judicial review. What is judicial review? One judicial review refers to the power of a court to consider and set aside administrative decisions or delegated legislation. The idea that administrative decision-makers cannot exercise powers beyond those conferred on them in law is a fundamental feature of South Africa's constitutional democracy. Similarly, public and private bodies that exercise public powers and functions ought to be regulated in terms of law. Not surprisingly, judicial review remains the most significant remedy for maladministration. Law governing judicial review. 2. War Section 33 Art 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. The TO Constitution provides that everyone has the right to administrative action that is lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. The right to administrative justice is accordingly entrenched in the Constitution. 2. Section 33(3) goes on to provide that national legislation must be enacted to give effect to these rights, and must a. Provide for the review of administrative action by a court or, where appropriate, an independent and impartial tribunal, b. Impose a duty on the state to give effect to the rights in subsections 1 and 2, and promote an efficient administration. 3 in 2000, the Promotion of Administrative Justice Act 2, PAJA, was adopted by Parliament in accordance with Section 33(3) of the Constitution. Judicial review of administrative action is now primarily governed by PAJA, which not only regulates the procedural fairness requirements that need to be met by administrators but also sets forward substantive grounds for judicial review and regulates the procedure for judicial review as well the remedies available in judicial review proceedings. 2. Ordinarily, anyone who wishes to review administrative action must now base their cause of action in PAJA. While the Constitutional Court has carved out another exclusively constitutional basis for reviewing any exercise of public power, including administrative action, that being review for non-compliance with the rule of law principle of legality review, according to a recent decision of the Supreme Court of Appeal. This ground of review is only available when PAJA does not apply. Thus, where any conduct decision sought to be reviewed by a litigant constitutes administrative action, as per the definition contained in PAJA, the review proceedings must be brought in terms of PAJA.
Apply for critical skills visa. What is considered critical skills in South Africa? A critical skill is an occupation that is considered to be sought after in South Africa, which means that there are no South African citizens or permanent residents who can fill those positions which are in high demand. Applying for a critical skills work visa in South Africa as an artisan has historically been challenging due to inconsistencies in registration requirements. The absence of a SACA-accredited professional body for artisans led to various criteria changes over time, causing confusion and visa rejections. The lack of a national register of artisans exacerbated the issue, leaving the Department of Home Affairs to establish its own criteria. However, recent developments have addressed this gap with the gazetting of the National Register of Artisans regulations in March 2021. These regulations establish a clear process for registering artisans, both local and foreign. There are 4 categories of artisans: practicing, non-practicing, foreign practicing, and foreign non-practicing. Regulation 3 mandates registration with the Department of Higher Education's National Artisan Development Support Center, NADSC, for all artisans. For foreign national practicing artisans, registration requirements include a certified passport copy, evidence of legal entry visa, certified trade test copy, local or foreign, SACA evaluation of foreign trade test, proof of address, and previous registration for renewal. Regulation 6 imposes consequences for visa applications by artisans, stating that foreign artisans must register with DHET before applying for critical skills work visas. Failure to register with DHET means no critical skills work visa approval from the Department of Home Affairs. As of March 19, 2021, artisan visa applications require prior registration with NADSC. Apply for critical skills visa. What is considered critical skills in South Africa? A critical skill is an occupation that is considered to be sought after in South Africa, which means that there are no South African citizens or permanent residents who can fill those positions which are in high demand. The recent Constitutional Court ruling grants South African citizenship to children born in the country to foreign parents, even if the parents are not permanent residents. Children meeting certain criteria, such as birth registration and lifelong residency in South Africa, qualify upon reaching adulthood, regardless of their birth date. The ruling also reduces the waiting period for permanent residents to apply for citizenship from 10 years to 5 years. This decision resolves a dispute between a Congolese couple and the Department of Home Affairs, stemming from the rejection